All right, yo, welcome back. It's time to take a look at the headlines this Friday. And as we always do it, we have joining us in the studio for a review of some of the dailies, journalist Adeola Yusuf. Let's begin with The Punch. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to have you.
Okay, now this headline, PDP announces amnesty for Sheriff, Cairo others. I'm in shock over Supreme Court judgment, says Sheriff. Now, this whole talk about amnesty for Sheriff,
it's the continuation of the drama, and someone like me would have expected the drama to end, but we could see that it's getting to an end. It still comes from the judgment of the Supreme Court, and McCarthy saying that it's ready to accommodate Sheriff into the big family. The bottom line is that Nigeria as a country, we need opposition, and we need a viable opposition for our democracy.
But do you think PDP is really ready to give that, viable, in your words, viable opposition at this point?
The most important thing to a politician is to get power. And I want to believe that whatsoever they can do to ensure that the Supreme Court judgment favors them into getting that power they want to do. So I think for Nigeria as a country is a very good thing, and looking the other way around, it will strengthen, it will make sure that the APC-led government is on its toes. So
there's a troubling one here, and I wonder how troubling it is to you. Lagos suspends Bale for faking his own kidnap.
Troubling, yeah. Looking at the fact that is looking at one of the major challenges we are facing this side of the country, and a Bale that is supposed to be someone that everyone is looking up to, faking his kidnap is troubling. And I want to believe that it's so unfortunate. I'm talking of the fake kidnap victim this time around. So unfortunate, because the Lagos government has gone a step ahead of him by passing the
I wonder what he would derive from that kind. If he wants to be pitied, or he wants to make money from the system, or something. It's really very disappointing and disgraceful. Yeah. Let's move to the Nation newspaper now. The biggest story here says the federal government hires asset tracers to go after 150 money bags. This is a way of getting to those who are owing taxes.
It's a good one. It is a good one. The country is the acting president signed signed a bill on June 12. Budget of 7 trillion naira. And if we are to go out of recession, that budget has to work. And the way the budget will work is to ensure that we get money. In some serious countries, larger chunk of what they use to fund budget come from taxes.
From taxes,
so
exactly.
It's a good one if you look towards that area. We shouldn't depend on oil that everyone knows now is taking us nowhere.
But this is strengthening the tax amnesty that the acting president was coming up with, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, to the Daily Sun. Whistleblower in soup over ex-VP Sambo. Informant arraigned for misleading the ICPC.
Yeah, it should actually be in soup. Because if it's not in soup, if the hint he gave the security agency works, he has percentage to collect. So for him not to get that percentage, this is the other percentage he should get.
Exactly.
So for giving that fake.
And the PDP reps serve Buhari quit notice. 2019 elections will be a walkover, they boast. As a PDP.
Now that there's reconciliation in the party, there seems to be a clear direction towards the next general elections.
Yes,
Okay, let's go to the Vanguard newspaper. Avert another war. Danjuma, Dogonyaro, Lecourt, others won. This is under the retired military generals. It says that the Christian elders under the aegis of National Christian Elders Forum are sending this warning to Nigerian leaders. But if you see it, one would say these collection of generals, actually they were major players at their time. Some people will say they didn't set the right standards for what Nigeria is right now.
Okay, with the experience they have and with all they have gone through, they should know. And I think this coming out from the ex-generals should be a major source of concern. The security brief at their disposal shouldn't be something that we just hear and
wish away.
Yeah, so we should actually be concerned that this is coming from them and probe and investigate this further. The
point is the agitators themselves listening to people who should know. Danjuma Dogonyaro, these are all people who really played in the war.
Major
now, the Daily Times reports on its front page, outgoing CJ Auta, we don't need special courts to fight corruption. Of course, people have been calling for special courts to fast-track corruption cases and all of that, but do we really need them?
Looking at the way Nigerian judicial system is structured, a lot of people that are calling for special court to try corruption, you know, I've come up with different reasons, and you agree with them. This outgoing CJ2 has reasons for his opinion, so to say. But I want to believe that for those that are calling for special court, they are calling for special because of the fact that we have a number of corruption cases, you know, lined up before judges. And how many judges do we have to look through those cases? So, but I think he has reasons for this, and those that are calling for special courts have their reasons.
Okay, let's move to this day now. This is the last paper for today. It says, Sheriff congratulates Makarfi, PDP fixes October 4 National Convention. An ex-governor waves olive branch. I guess this is good for democracy, one would say. It is.
It is so beautiful for democracy. And looking at every headline news that we've you know, discussed all this while, this is the one that major players in APC want to really read.
We spoke with a former member of former ministers of the PDP, and we asked him if Sharif, you know, should be accepted into the party. His personal opinion, he says, no.
His opinion, you know, before a politician will give an answer to your question, he's giving that answer from perspective of fact that he's telling you what will favor him. What will favor him and what will favor him, basically. Everyone knows that Sharif forget that he has dragged this matter to the Supreme Court. Is an asset.
But if Sharif leaves the party, is it enough? Is it strong enough to actually, you know, cause a dent in the PDP?
No, serious people in PDP will not allow Sharif to leave the party.
Okay.
Because he can play a spoiler.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Adeola Yusuf of the New Telegraph newspaper. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
News review this morning. Thank you.